I'm pretty positive this is the result of having too many objects on the map, and the game's just like, nope, can't do it. What is up, Static Gamers? It is Nathaniel S5496, and we're back to another Forge video. So I've got another going to test. The last time we did decoratives on the very far side of the map. This particular video is going to be kind of repeating as, well, designing the rest of this track is going to take a bit of time as well. And I finally have some time to go through, so we're going to continue on from where we started on over here, because I think these... Okay, so I just wanted to interject real quick while I was in the midst of forging. So I've got most of this over here complete, so basically most of the track is finished. I'm running out of creative designs going forwards because I'm not quite sure how I'm going to make this over here look good. Alright, so this is the kind of the change plateau that I've got going on here. So right now, from the driver's perspective, this is going to look like a rooftop style kind of a thing that you're racing down, and you're making these jumps through the edge of this part of like the city. And then over here is going to be more nature bound because the nature parts here. But the problem is when looking, because there's going to be a couple points in the track, like right over here where you're looking back. Getting this to look city-like is going to be a bit of a challenge. So from a perspective standpoint, it's fine, but from a non-perspective point, not so much. Alrighty, Static Gamers. Alright, so this racetrack is nearly in its fullest completion. So I've tried to speed things along just a little bit, but unfortunately, if you're seeing this, we've hit the... I'm pretty positive this is the result of having too many objects on the map, and the game's just like, nope, can't do it. So we're in a bit of an ooftis. So we got a lot of this map going, but we don't have the objectives set, and we didn't get some of the necessary scenery that I wanted to get down for some of these tracks. So this is kind of the problem with making a very, very large track, especially with small pieces like this, which is why I, rushed. It's going to be a tough call to decide what to delete. So here's a few 3 things that we can delete. So the problem we're also going to have is we need to still do spawning, which also means I prefer the little design thing here, but we're going to go ahead and get rid of that. That makes it look not too bad. It just looks a little standard. problem is the track over here, that's kind of part of the theme, but because we're so low on number of pieces that we need and there's still a few things that we're gonna have to do, unfortunately all of this that I did is going to have to go. This is just taking up too many pieces, and we're gonna have to sacrifice looks for functionality at this point. I may have to delete more, realizing what I have done. So for now, we're gonna come through and we're gonna start placing. Actually, it's probably a good idea to leave one respawn point for people who join in later in the game. I'm gonna place this over here for now, and then we're gonna go to spawning, initial spawn, and we're gonna place down. We'll do 16 of these bad boys if we can. One. We'll put them like one behind each other, give them some space. 2. 15, and then you are 16. Unfortunately, if there's a 16th player, they're going to spawn right here. So they'll be at the very back of the pack. Alright. Objectives now. So I've talked about this before where a lot of people love to use similar things. You could use a flag stand, for example. You could use this. For race, I like using hill markers because it's legit and objective. Hell, if you wanted to get creative, you could still use this, and look, you can still put race tags on it, like race flag, for example, and put a boundary on it if you really wanted to. But no, for this sake, we're going to go to objectives, we're going to go into hill marker, and we're going to start setting up our first race point, which is going to be right up here at the top. I believe we can make the track going in at that speed. Maybe. I'm actually debating where I want to put this first. I'll actually put the first checkpoint like. So they start there. They're going to race down. I want to make sure they can make the jump. So we're going to actually put the first race checkpoint right here. I say this is a fair place to put it. We're going to go to box. We're going to widen it up a little bit. Put a little bit on the bottom. Probably 0.5. And we're going to length it up. And then let's also make the top 1. That should be high enough. And we're going to zoom this race checkpoint all the way through until it hits that. We'll adjust it till we're a little even there. Excellent enough. And then we're going to go over here to spawn sequence 1. And we're going to set this to race flag. This will tell it. You can also do race spawn. Determines other game people may spawn there. But we're going to make this a race flag for spawn sequence 1. Again, race flag. Set this time spawn sequence 2. We're going to box it up. Make it about 1.5. Top 1. Bottom 0.5, just to ensure the Warthog gets through, and we're going to make the length maximized. Vehicles don't hit that, and that should complete the track. We're going to leave it at that. Then we're going to file, save. I'm going to save yes. Alright, so I'm actually going to rename this, and we're going to name this, instead of Race 2, we're going to rename this track. I'll just something standard, like City Raceway. Race. And make sure this is functional. So far, so good. Oh boy, I went a little to an angle there.
Checkpoint reached.
Make sure it's doing as we intended.
Checkpoint reached.
Get a little honk. So far, all seems to be going pretty well. I think if I was a random, I'd be a little confused by that checkpoint.
Checkpoint reached.
Oh, most definitely that one's a little confusing. It's not that bad, though. It doesn't take that long to figure out you need to go this way.
Checkpoint reached.
Woohoo! I did my idea where we're kind of jumping through the water like a dolphin. I love that. Little ugly here, but it's what we have to work with.
Reached.
Teleporter still functions.
Checkpoint reached. Lap complete.
Alright, so she's functional. She's doing what she's supposed to do. And utilizing the right type of vehicle to get this done. Anyway, guys, we're going to leave it here. If you guys did enjoy, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next video. This is Nathaniel S5496, signing out.